What up, people? What's going on? The Real Podcast Head back at ya. Bang, bang, bang. We good on a Sunday night, baby. This your boy Jody, the one and only. We waiting on getting my man B Glizzy, my man Solo Swang, and then we gonna have Bros on the jump. So what's going on? We on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, every platform you can imagine we own. We are on it. I'd like to welcome everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this great experience. I'm a little lit tonight, so bear with me. Hey, look, B, I'm a little lit tonight, so y'all gotta bear with me.
What's up, IG? What's up, TikTok?
On? Oh, we on IG too?
We on IG, we on TikTok.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Real Podcast Head. Bang, 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 baby.
What's up, everybody?
Your boy Jody. This is your one Jody. Good, bro.
What's going on, IG, TikTok, YouTube?
Oh, yeah, we here.
Appreciate y'all coming in on this beautiful Sunday. You know how we do.
Oh, yeah. We here. What's going on, B?
I can't call it, man. What's up with you, Joe?
No, man, I can't call it either, man. Where my man Bros at, man? I hope everybody can hear. What's good, Solo?
Good. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, of course we can hear you, bro. How you feeling, bro?
Happy Sunday.
How you feeling, bro? How you feeling, bro? All that pieces and all that. How you feeling, man?
No, I was having my man in the corner, my boy in the man.
Yeah, he all in the zone. What's wrong? Hey.
Thank you, D. Yeah, thank you, D.
Open your eyes, bro. I'll tech support, man. The back there on the job tripping. What's going on, baby? How everybody doing, man? How y'all fellas doing today, man?
What's up, IG, TikTok?
What's going on? YouTube. We everywhere, man. How everybody going tonight, man? Sunday.
Where Bros at, man? I ain't seen.
I don't know, man. I can't hear him either, man. Right now,
look like he having technical difficulties, but we gonna keep it moving right along.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go, B. Let's get right into the juiciness. We're gonna get right into the segment. Let's go.
You ready to go already?
Let's go. It's 7:00. It's Sunday. We're going right in. We're going in, people. We're going in.
All right. Let's touch on the topic mind reading. You know what I'm saying? How do y'all feel? Well, first let me introduce myself. I'm B Glizzy.
It's your boy Solo Swang.
And it's your boy Jody, the one and only.
And Bros somewhere around here doing something.
Bros over there with the T-Mobile service or something. I don't know what's going on over there. But
he's at the T-Mobile service.
Yeah, he must got T-Mobile. Yeah. So the first topic at hand tonight is going to be about mind reading. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Do mine.
You know, sometimes I think men and women, it falls in both arenas. Expect, one or the other to be mind readers. How do y'all feel about that?
And this is when we talking about who women trying to make think we men supposed to be mind readers.
I believe so. I believe so. But I mean, sometimes men can be that way too. But I think it might fall more so along the lines of women expecting men to be mind readers.
See, this is the thing, man. I know for me, it's like, us men, we got that one track mind. Some of us, not all, but I can't reason. You know how women always say, "Oh, you should know, or you should know what I like, or you should know how I feel. You've been with me this long, or you've been with this. You should know." Look, I don't know everything. I'm not perfect. I'm not 100%. So it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough for me to know what you want at this moment. You're gonna be tough for me to know what you like to eat at this time. I don't know. Maybe you craving steak instead of chicken. I don't know. So what's so hard for you just telling me? You know what I'm saying? So what is the difficulty of what you just telling me what you want?
I think women, they want you to be so one with them and so in tune with them that you need to know exactly what their thoughts is, what they want, and things like that. So it comes down to the place of where it's like it depends on the guy. Some guys are basic and some guys are very, detailed. It just depends on the individual. But at the same time, I feel like when it comes down to that piece, your girl, should be. I mean, I don't know, man.
Your girl should be what?
I was about to
Your
say.
girl
So I was
should,
like,
no,
let me
say it.
catch
Say it,
myself.
Solo. No, don't catch yourself. Say it. Your girl should be what? This is what we all about. We all about putting it out on the table. Your girl should be what?
Should be okay if you're not gonna always be in tune. Like you're not gonna always know everything. You're not gonna always know the ins and outs of what's supposed to be. Hit me off, D, with number 4 if you can. Pause.
But at
Sorry
the
about
same
that,
time, no, you good. But at the same time, I mean, but that goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna know always what your partner is wanting at that time. So that's why, okay, for example, let's say when you talking about, because let's keep it real. When you talk about birthdays or special occasions or anniversary, whatever the special occasions, how do I know what you would like at that certain amount of time? Because then I might want to switch it up. Okay, let's say if she like diamonds or she like gold. Maybe this time you like something different, or maybe but you should be able to tell me without saying you should already know. That kills me with that.
I ain't gonna know. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, you should. I mean, what's wrong with telling somebody what you
Just tell me. Tell me.
Yeah, I'm not a mind reader.
Ain't that
I
a
am
song?
not a mind reader.
Ain't that a song? I
There's
keep
plenty
saying
of
that.
songs out there.
I'm not a mind reader.
I'm not. There's plenty of songs out there. I'm not a mind reader, man. Tell me what you want.
Yeah.
Lord Jesus.
No
like,
doubt.
Shout out to everybody coming in. Hey,
yeah.
JB there, thank you so much
That's
for
with everything too,
allowing
man. I
your
swear.
fellow men.
Yeah,
They should know. I'm
Thank you.
gonna put it out there. Y'all know I'm the controversial one, so I don't care. I'm gonna put it out there. Women should know what you want to eat, what you want to look at, what you want to do, what you want to. It's like, come on, bro. Like I don't know every single moment what you want to do at that time. Well, you should be in tune with me. If you in tune with me, then you should know. Look, y'all, I've been drinking, so I'm a little bit on this. So look, y'all, y'all gonna
What
get
did
all
you
of me
give him?
today. Y'all gonna get all of me
I
today.
think I asked him.
I've been a
He
little
gave some
tipsy.
absolute-
You gave him some
Hey, look,
gasoline.
y'all
He's
are gonna get
absolute.
all of me
You gave him
today.
gasoline.
I can't stand it when women like. Okay, prime example. When you say, "Hey, babe, what you want to eat?" I mean, you should know what I want to eat. I mean, I'm asking you what you want to eat. I mean, Lord Jesus, why you gotta ask me what I want to eat? Why is always what I want to eat all? Lord Jesus, man, Jesus, just tell me what you want to eat, woman. Lord Jesus, why is it so serious? Oh.
Yeah, but I guess that falls back in line with the whole communication piece. You know what I'm saying? You got to communicate everybody. You know what I'm saying? From the male side to the female side, you got to communicate it. I guess but if you don't tell us, you don't communicate that, then it's hard to act on those.
So how you taking it if you go to the store and you're supposed to be getting something to drink, right? And you come back with something and you be like, "Well, babe, you was supposed to get the OJ. Why you didn't bring the OJ? How do you handle it?"
You be like, did you ask for the OJ?
But you should know me by now.
Exactly.
You should know.
That's exactly how
Did you
they
read my
say
mind?
it.
You should know.
They
You
say,
should know me by now.
You should know
what I
want
like.
orange juice when you
I
go to
like
the-
OJ. And what brand do I drink? I don't drink any brand.
See, that's exactly what they say.
I'm just saying.
Hold on, Philip. I
Have-
got to step out and try to fix this.
Have
Look, he
you-
left real
did
quick
you-
on that note.
Did you not get me? They be like,
Let me go with it.
Did you not get me ocean spray?
Yeah.
You got me some all off-brand regular orange juice.
You got the.
Are
You got
you
the.
serious?
What's the dude? Remember the commercial, the sunny guy that was running, and they was like, "Not the orange guy."
Exactly. Did you just get me regular
The
orange
guy next
juice?
to the guy next to the purple the grape juice.
and it's so. I mean, I'm just saying. Like, I'd be like, what? Oh, or look at it. Look at this, Solo. Did you get me with pulp? You know I don't like pulp in my orange juice.
Do you like? I like pulp in my orange juice. I don't
But
know
see,
why.
some
I
people
love it.
don't.
I
That's what
love
I'm
it.
saying. Some people don't.
I don't know why.
And it's like, whoa, you got me pulp in my orange juice. Like,
Yeah.
I don't. Like, it's like, come on, man. Are you serious? Like, I didn't know that mattered.
I just drink the OJ by myself.
Exactly. I ain't know that really mattered.
Well, this is the thing though. When you do get the OJ and you got the pulp in it and they don't like it, well, can you go back out to the store and get the one that I
Oh
like?
my God, Jesus Christ! Let's not go there, Lord Jesus. Would you go? Really? And to be honest, would you go, Solo? So like,
I don't know if I would go get that. You just gonna have to suck the pulp out of the scoop
you
it
gotta
out.
Look, strain it. You have to strain. We're gonna strain it.
Get it out, yeah, strain it.
And actually,
joint.
that's something you actually can do. I mean, I don't know if they got a strainer to strain
But
the pulp.
that wouldn't be a bad idea. I may have to do that. Keep that in
What,
mind.
strain
keep
the pulp?
Yeah. Let me go. Look, come back.
Yeah.
Look, act like you went to this. But this is what you got to do, though. This is what you got to do. You got to go right. This could work for some guys, right? Can you go back to the store and give me the oranges I like? I got you, babe. Go to the store. You ain't go to the store though. You went in the room, drained, and come back, and then she complain. You be like, I went to the store
Exactly.
to get you.
No,
that.
or you can walk out to the car and then strain it in the car, and then come back.
You
Lord,
complain
Jesus.
about everything. I done went to the
Hey,
store. She's like, no, you
Jesus.
didn't. I saw you in the room straining it. Oh, you did? You saw me straining the orange juice? I'm about to strain you, though. Strangle you.
I mean, with that whole mind reader thing, I just think, even when we say that goes back to communication, right? But that's to me, that's a communication breakdown. Because even if you are communicating, why does it matter whether I forgot or I don't remember what you like or what you do this? Like, they make it such a big deal, man. Like that, it'd be killing me. Like, it's not a big deal to me. I mean, if you say, babe, what you like to eat again? Oh, I can tell you. You know what I mean? Our topic for today was mind readers. A lot of women today will say, oh, you should, know what I want, know what I need, know what I like. But these days, we know a lot of men, we got this one-track mind. And we don't know what's going on with these women. So sometimes we will want you to communicate that, which is hard. So a lot of times, we try to get what you like, but then you'll say, no, I don't like that. I want this or I want that. You should know. But it's still all about go back to communication. So, one thing for sure, we would love for you to tell us what you like. And then that's just how we like it,
What's good?
So we ain't got to do so much guessing and everything like that.
TikTok in the building,
Hey, look,
everybody coming through.
I was trying to tell him, as far as we getting our man Bros up here, we getting our partner up here. We got to get him up here. So he's coming. What's good, baby?
We were talking about reading minds, and how do y'all feel about your girl reading your mind, or you reading her mind in a sense, and should we be able to read each other's minds? Being together, and on my end, I said no. I can't read nobody's mind. I'm sorry.
Nah, I can't read no minds. I'm not a mind reader, but sometimes in relationships, the significant other feels like, you know what I'm saying, that you should be able to.
But what's I'm gonna say this. What's sad too? Even when I think I can read your mind, you may not want what I want to get you. I may bring you, well, baby, this is what you like, but I ain't want that though. I don't like that right now. Like, well, you like this is what you normally grab. Well, you didn't ask me if I wanted it. Well, never mind then. I just won't get you nothing.
Yeah.
I'll just eat it in front of you.
Yeah.
So I am Vita27 said, when you're with someone for
Go back, please.
When you're with someone for a while, you know what they want and need.
See, there it is. There it is. How would I know exactly what you want and need at all times?
Well, she's saying that, or they're saying that if you're with them for a while, but I don't know, because sometimes that's still in the case. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Sometimes that's still in the case. I mean, yeah, I could say,
At all times. At all times. Come on.
Sometimes.
Come on, man. Now, no, let me get this straight. I should know what's a go-to. Now, like, let's say, for example, your favorite food. I should know that. Your favorite meal, your favorite drink, you get what I'm saying? Your favorite color, whatever it may be, I should know that.
Yeah.
But not at all times I'm going to know what you want to eat at that moment. Not at all times I'm going to know what you want at that moment. Not at all times.
They said you can never be right.
Yeah, exactly. You could never be right. Yeah, that's the truth.
Yeah.
You're wrong.
It's the truth.
That's like one of those. It's like one of those debates that you never gonna win, because you never. You know what I'm saying? You can't win on that one. So But needless to say,
Damn it, I would wear. I don't care what nobody says.
oh, this fool is yawning in the mic.
Y'all know I've been. Y'all know. Look,
If I was,
I know
I wasn't a mind reader because I ain't see that coming.
y'all know I've been drinking. Come on.
So, bros, you got a couple topics too, right? Let's see what you got, man. I got one more or two, but I'm gonna save it.
Nah, go ahead with yours, bro. Y'all can hear me, but the audio is mad low on my side. Bro.
That's because you got T-Mobile.
Y'all just keep going while I work on it.
All right.
So the next topic is about programming and reprogramming. And what I mean by programming and reprogramming, I want y'all's input on this. Those of you on TikTok, on IG, and TikTok and IG, and fellas panel. When I say program and reprogram, I mean it in the aspect of when you get into a relationship with someone, you have to reprogram yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, when you're in a relationship, over the years, you have to start to reprogram yourself. You know what I'm saying? You have to start, you got to start doing things, you know what I'm saying? Like, people change within a relationship. And in order for a relationship to work, you got to sort of adapt and adjust and change. You know what I'm saying? So you got to reprogram. I mean, how do y'all feel about that?
It's a lot of reprogramming to do.
Because it comes with age. So for example, let's say you meet somebody and you've been married for 15 years, 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
And you've got to know that person, because I've actually been in that situation before where it's like the person will start buying different stuff for you because their previous like this type of outfit. So they buy this outfit for you. They're not doing it on purpose, but that's what they've been programmed to do. They're buying this outfit for you because their previous liked that outfit. And you like, but hold up, man, why are you buying this for me? I don't like that. And they looking at you like, so they gotta deprogram themselves. Or like this person like this particular meal made this way. And you like, wait a minute, I ain't like this meal made. Who's you know what I'm saying? I ain't asked for this meal to be made this way. But they bring their previous into yours. So they have to deprogram themselves. And that's what it comes. I mean, it happens. Yeah. And it's not anything they're doing intentionally, it's just what they've been programmed to do. So, I mean, does it happen? Of course. It's just hard.
Makes sense.
I mean, I will tell you this. People like got to even deprogram themselves from their own self stuff. Like, for example, like, let's say if you've been used to, your single life. Let's say you've been used to your single life and you get in a relationship. Guess what? Now you got to reprogram or deprogram yourself and program yourself to actually get accustomed to having a partner or somebody else that's significant in your life, because you've been doing stuff by yourself so much. Now you got to get accustomed to another person being you.
Right.
So it goes both ways. I mean, relationship or not relationship.
When you younger, you know what I mean, you flexible. You can do whatever. Like, hey, baby, I whatever you need me to do. You lose yourself being reprogrammed. You don't know you don't even know yourself. Mm-hmm. But when you become a certain age, you like, it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks.
And that's the problem. And no. Solo, you hit something nail in the coffin, and that's when the problems start to play in. Because I can tell you right now, it's almost like as you get older, and like let's say in your 40s or 50s, and you've been programmed as for yourself for so long, then when you meet somebody, you've come accustomed to this so long, you like, oh, I can't deal with that person because they're not like this or they're not like that. No, it's just that you haven't deprogrammed yourself to be open to understand that other person have certain things that they're accustomed to as well. So that's what makes it difficult as you get older.
There's a comment in it. What's the comment say?
There's a comment. Looks like Jody Horton said, I think it's very important, especially when you are ending a relationship that consists of constant arguing and fighting. You have to try to leave that in the past. Absolutely.
Yes.
And that's what I was alluding to as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even within like, marriages or relationships, like, you have to reprogram yourself. Like, as we evolve as human beings, there's certain things that you're gonna not like at some point, or that you are gonna like. So you have to, reprogram yourself.
No, that's gross.
Yeah, but you know, and you're right, because I can tell you something about even with my girl. I'm gonna tell you what happened. She was programmed to her partner in the past, like fussing and yelling, going back and forth. So when she had a debate with me, she was like, and you see what I'm talking about? And I was like, oh yeah, you're right. My bad. I apologize because that's my bad. And she was like, are you being sarcastic or something? No, I was like, no, you're right. Because she wasn't used to that. She wasn't used to a person saying, no, you're right. My bad. That's my bad. Because they used to that going back and forth.
Yeah,
And
fighting
that's
rebuttal.
Yeah, they so used to
They
going back
want you
and
to fight with them.
Exactly. But when you say, oh yeah, you're right, mate, my bad. And I was tripping on that. She was like,
Can you smack me,
are you
please?
being an asshole? Like, nah, I'm saying you're right. Like, you're
She want to
exactly
fight
right.
right now.
Nah.
That's what she want to
It
do.
was like, dang, like, but they not used to that. Some people, and you're right, B. It's like they come from a place where it's like so much going back and forth, and then when you get to another relationship and like the person ain't like that, it's like foreign to them. It's foreign. They don't understand it. Like, wait a minute, are you being serious or are you just trying to be a a-hole or whatever? No, I'm telling you, this. You're right. This is what it is. I don't want to fuss about this. You know what I'm saying?
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, you know.
So
I mean, is it hard to reprogram?
Heck
I
yeah.
think it is. I ain't gonna lie.
It is hard.
it's hard, but
it's
you know what I'm
hard.
saying. Those are things that, and then like we always talk about this on here. You know, it's as far as I hear Rose talking, but he ain't saying nothing.
Bro, you say
Hear
something?
what I said?
No,
Oh, what'd you say?
No, I was just agreeing with you that sometimes it is hard to reprogram.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. What's your thoughts on it? Let's hear what you guys say.
I came in at the end. I was just replying to
So
Larry's
the
question. bro.
question, the topic at hand is pretty much like, how do you know what I'm saying? How do you feel about reprogramming before you step into a new relationship, and even reprogramming yourself during your relationship, marriage, whatever the case may be? Is that something that you think needs to take place? Is that something you need to do, or you feel like you can just jump straight in, and do you feel like a marriage is always going to be one way? Like there's never going to be any reprogramming that needs to be done?
No, I mean, I think there's definitely some reprogramming that I think it always happens, right? Because
Yes.
when you meet somebody, it's not like y'all are just already perfectly molded for each other, right? Y'all got to get to know each other, get through all the nuances of what this person does, what that person does, and everything. So there's definitely some reprogramming. I mean, me personally, wifey had to reprogram me, you know what I'm saying, in some aspects, and the same thing, vice versa. You know, I had unintentional anger issues at the beginning, and you know, I had to break down walls for her for like trust. You know what I'm saying? So
I think that's a lot of people
definitely
too.
feel like
That's a lot of people.
there's reprogramming in the beginning, and then there's things that, you know, as you go throughout your marriage, as you in your relationship, that you kind of grow and learn more about each other. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's a lot of people that
It's
go
an
through that.
echo on Brose's side too, by the way.
Is it?
I don't know. That's what they say.
I
I
can
don't
hear
hear
it in my
I don't hear it here, but
in my headphones. They can hear it. All right. Hold on.
But you know what? I think that's the major thing, because I deal, and as y'all can already probably understand, I deal with a lot of trust issues when it comes to micro. And that's the thing, man. Like, you got to try to, I look at it like this, man. I'm a type of person is, I'm going to try to make my partner, my girl, as comfortable as possible. And if that means trying to build that trust, then that's what it means, man. I especially if you in it for the long haul. If you in it for the long, you know what I'm saying? If you know you in it, if you know you got a good one, you know you got the right one, man, you just got to do what you got to do. Even if it means getting out of your comfort zone of what you're used to.
Who said that? Was it Ray Charles? You got the right one, baby.
I'm serious. When you got the right one, and that goes to, everybody listen, let me tell you, it's hard to get out your comfort zone, because I don't want to even say it's a pride thing. I think it's more of
It's security.
yeah, and I think you have to kind of be like, okay, surrender, if I'm going to surrender myself, if I'm getting with my partner and I know I'm going to surrender myself, because I don't think anybody get in a relationship say, you know what, this is just for 6 months, this is for 3 months, this is for this time. If I know I want to eventually surrender myself, then I have to understand there's going to be some type of programming going on. Whether it's reprogramming, whether it's deprogramming, there's going to be some type of level of programming going on. And if I know this person is the one for me, I have to be willing to accept the programming. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I have to be willing to understand there's going to be some type of programming going on. You know, and that's how I look at it. I mean,
some people don't want to change. I think that's why you got a lot of people that's older, that's single, and it takes longer for them to find somebody because of the nonsense of the level of of tolerance
and that's why people give up on relationships and give up on marriages because they're not willing to put in that work and to reprogram and to restructure the way things are. You know what I'm saying? Right. You got to look at your downfalls, you know what I'm saying, and figure out what they are, you know what I'm saying, and try to fix them. I mean, and you know, that's a part of reprogramming.
Do you feel like some people don't want to acknowledge their problems? That might be a big, you know what I'm saying? Because I think there's some people that are narcissistic and think they're right and feel like, you know, they have no issues. They don't need help. Some people don't even want to go to I don't need counseling or this, because when you mention that, they feel like they're helpless or they're not, like, you know, I don't know how to say it. Like when people mention counseling, it puts what type of taste? I'm trying to think of the word.
A bad taste.
Yeah, bad taste is like you know, you're not perfect. Like you're not just not perfect, but you have issues.
Yeah,
you're problematic. You know what I mean? Yeah. But in reality, you need help. You need to be able to, you know, figure out what's wrong with you before you get into something else.
But okay, and then you can go back to you say that, and that is so true in certain aspects. But then you can go back to say some people could feel like, why do I need to be programmed? Because I know this is about to go another left. This is about to go to the left a little bit. But if I bring all the money to the table and I'm the one that's being the provider and I'm this and I'm that, and you come to me because I am the provider, then why do I feel like I need to change? You need to change and adapt to me. I don't need to adapt to you.
Why you feel that way?
No. I'm not saying I feel.
What you say, bros?
What you say, bro?
No, I was just saying those are typically the people that end up by themselves.
Exactly. But listen to this. When we talk about celebrities and we talking about people with financial, a lot of financial and another financial class, they feel like, look, why should I have to change for you? You should change for me.
Those are the main spokespeople in the friendships, you know, that are always speaking, you know, in the people that have the relationships. They're the main ones that's always telling people what they should do, and they're not listening to their own advice on certain things.
But why should okay? And I'm playing devil's advocate.
You get what I'm saying?
I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. And everybody that's tuned in, I want you to chime in. Not to me. This is me. I'm just playing devil's advocate here. I'm talking like I'm on another level of scale when it comes to finances, right? All right. Why should I have to adapt to you? Again, why should I have to adapt to you? You came to me.
I mean,
you're on my yacht. You're on my boat. You're in my house. You in my penthouse. You in my this. Why should I adapt to you?
Well, it's a compromise. You came to me.
Why should I have to compromise?
Yeah.
You want me to provide for you, right? You want me to supply you with all these. It
depends on the woman. She may be like, I don't want you to provide nothing for me.
Okay, then why are you on my boat? Then why are you on my boat?
Some don't. I hear you playing the devil's advocate. I hear you playing. But
why are you at my house? Why are you at my party? Why are you at my party? If you didn't want none of this, because there's a lot of guys that feel this way. If I provide this for you, I'm providing you with a lifestyle, right? I'm providing you with this. I'm providing you with the things that you want in life. Hey, hashtag. I think the game said this. Hashtag life is on me. Hashtag life is on me.
Okay.
Why do I need to adapt to you? You need to adapt to me.
You actually don't got to adapt. You do and you don't. I mean, it depends on. I mean, if we married, then I guess I signed up for that that adaptation. But if I'm not married, I ain't signed up
But
for
do you
nothing.
get where I'm coming from? Because
What are you about to say?
No, I'm listening. I'm listening to Jody.
you already know, y'all know I'm tipsy, so y'all know I'm going left. I'm going left. Because a lot of women today always want the guy that's okay. We hear it, 6 feet, 6 pack, 6 figures. Okay, 6 feet, 6 pack, 6 figures. They want all that.
666.
Okay, now if you exactly, that's where I'm going. That's where I'm going. So if you want all that, if you want this, then why do I need to adapt to you? You need to adapt to me.
I was mixing. I got bro.
Yeah, bro. He said that his it kicked him out or something like that.
Okay.
You need to adapt to me. Why do I need to adapt to you?
I mean, it depends on in what scenario you're in. You know what I'm saying? When you say that you need to adapt to me, so you mean like you meet up with somebody or you meet a young lady and y'all talking, she's supposed to adapt to what you are?
Yes, because you're on my boat. You're in my penthouse. You're in my suite.
So
you in my party. You know who I am, right?
That
right. You dress like that. You dress like that for me. You didn't dress like that for you. You dress like that for me.
So that sounds very chauvinistic, Jody. You can't expect a woman to just conform to you.
Why not? You want me to take care of you, right?
I don't think
you're here.
I don't think
here.
when you're
not here. Okay,
when
you're
you
not
get
here
with a
for
lady.
Listen,
when you get a woman, I don't think you want. You know what I'm saying? It's not. You don't get with them because they want you. You obviously want something from them as well.
Yeah.
You want to be with them.
Yeah.
So you both have to.
I just want one thing from you that everyone will give me if I provide this for them. You're trying to be a pawn into what I can give you that I can give any woman that give this to me. I can go to Brazil. I can go to Africa that a woman can give me whatever you're giving me, but you want to be the one that get this from me. So therefore, why am I adapting you? You need to adapt to me.
I think it's one of those conversations that you have is that, hey.
Why do I need to have a conversation with you?
But then she gonna be the type where you go to Brazil, go to Africa, go to China and get that girl.
Why do I
you
need
don't need this because they're gonna sit and tell you my yams and my stuff is way back. They're gonna.
Then why are you at my party?
And at the end of the day, it might not be about the yams. It might just be.
It's about the yams after that.
I mean, I'm gonna put it to you like this. When me and I'm gonna put it to you like. I'm gonna put it to you.
If he's putting it in that perspective.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm bringing a controversy to the real podcast.
I'm going to put it to you like this. When I found my wife, all I wanted was I wanted her to make sure that she had a job, that she didn't need me for nothing, no other than to love her and to be there for her. That's all I wanted. You didn't have to have $1 million. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to have no kids or nothing like that. But you know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is when you go to find somebody, you know what I'm saying? You find them and you have qualities that you're looking for in them.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying? Yes, you will have to like reprogram yourself and to find, like for instance, my wife, you know what I'm saying, went through a relationship that was very, you know what I'm saying? It was a very hard relationship for her. She went through a lot of stuff through there in which I had to pay for some of these things. You know what I'm saying? I had to pay for a lot of things because of that old relationship. A lot of the baggage came into our relationship. So, I mean, it's about compromising. It's about reprogramming yourself. So she had to try to start to reprogram herself. And I had to reprogram myself because I wasn't used to that. You know what I'm saying? I would get into arguments and she would like, you know what I'm saying? We spaz out on each other and I'd leave. Mm-hmm. And I'd go like to my mom's house or go down the street. And then you know what? Love is a crazy thing because the night wouldn't even be over before I'm back in the house. Like, baby, let's fix this. Let's work on this. So that's what I say. You got to compromise and you got to fix things within your relationship.
Also, you got to look at how old you were. That's what I was saying earlier, to where you were younger and you're willing to be flexible. To where when you're older, your pride may set in and she's like, well, babe, she's gonna stay at her mother's tonight. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Your patience gets a little. Let me read this comment real quick. Dang it, I hate this thing being so far away. Somebody got their phone. Jody got his phone. He can't even read it. Dang on Amore 2115 says, all I want is respect, trust, and compromise. And at the end of the day, we are taking care of each other. Pretty much.
So with that being said, is that and that's facts. I feel like when you're younger, you're gonna do, you know what I mean, you're gonna do things that you normally wouldn't do. But when you get older, you got people that say like, you a fool for that, or you doing too much, and that comes with pride. But also in your situation too, B, I feel like you guys are both young. You know what I'm saying? She was in a situation where her relationship that she had was new to her. And then coming to you was a different relationship, which brings a different dynamic, right? And then you being in a relationship with her was a different dynamic too, because you wasn't used to that type of relationship. So you guys are basically figuring each other out from different places, right? So
it's the word program and reprogram.
Yeah. Well, I'm not even going to say program.
Yeah, but what Solo's saying is, as you got older,
yeah.
If you was older, and you met. It'd probably been different.
It'd have been different. Yeah, because when you're younger, you know what I'm saying, like you did things that a young person would do, like let's go back and make it work. Yeah. Some older people would be like, nah, you know what I mean, I'm done, I'm tired. Like, you know what I mean, my patience has run thin. You can stay out, whatever. You know what I mean? Go stay with your mother, or go do what you got to do. Go blow some steam. A matter of fact, I give you prime example. You came back home, right? And you said, baby, let's make it work. Back in the day, they had 2 bedrooms. She slept in one room, you slept in another room. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't go as far as saying. I think if you really truly love someone and you know that they've been through stuff, I think as you get older, your patience gets a little bit better. You know what I'm saying?
Sure?
I would say so.
I think your patience gets better with your kids. Your patience don't get better with your spouse.
Don't never get better with my kids.
No. No. I would say this. Now, the reason why I say that is because you're getting older. But when I'm with your spouse, it's like pride sets in. You don't have too much pride when you're a young adult. It ain't that much pride.
I guess to a degree.
When you're an adult, I mean, think about it. Like, you got old folks that got so much pride, too much pride at that. Back in the day, they don't even know how to say sorry to each other. Baby, I'm sorry.
Had some posts on there. I can't even.
It's not coming. I can't see none.
I think it's very important, specifically when you are ending a relationship. That. Oh no! I already read that. Sorry. So forget that.
Yeah. But no, I mean,
that's on IG.
I'm about to keep playing devil's advocate here. See, okay, let's keep it.
Hold on, we got a comment.
Yeah. Let's see what the comment is.
Bruh.
Because I can't, mine ain't pulling up.
So I feel like when you're younger, you are more likely to move on because there's so much more out there. That's from a more 215. So yeah, I mean, I agree. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say when you get older, it's not a lot. I mean, there's a lot, but you might not be willing to, you know what I'm saying, put that time and effort into something else.
I'm gonna tell you right now, when you get older, I mean, there may be a lot to choose from, but who gonna want to choose you when you set in your ways?
A lot of people want to choose you. Let me tell you something.
When you set in your ways?
I'm saying yes. Listen, look.
I don't know.
Okay, Solo, listen to this. The average person, and we not talk. Hold on, where's Bros? Where's my man Bros? Where he's at? He's on. Bros, you on?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Bros had to step
Listen,
out.
The average person, as they get older, okay, let's say 40s and 50s. Let's not say we gonna get the 40s and 50s. The average person, set in their ways. You say, Solo, the average person ain't gonna want a person like that, right?
If they set in their ways, because think about it like this. If I'm setting my ways and you setting your ways, we not going to work out.
That's not always true.
If I'm setting my ways and you setting your ways, we have to come to a place of agreement.
Guess what? Just like B said, as you get older, my tolerance level has risen. So therefore, certain things that you are in your way that I'm like, well, you know what? I done been through all this in my previous relationship. Just because you just don't want to take out the trash on Friday at that time, I'm okay with that, man. I just take it out Saturday whenever, because your tolerance level, because all the BS that you went through in the past, now your tolerance level.
I mean, certain things you're gonna come to an agreement with,
and
because
that's what I'm saying.
Because both of y'all ain't gonna, you know what I mean? Like you can get an understanding of that.
Now,
you know what I'm saying?
Now, devil's advocate again. If I'm rich, guess what? You still gonna adapt to me, damn it. I'm not I don't care what my ways are. You're gonna adapt to me. You want this lifestyle, right? Do you want this lifestyle, Solo? Solo, do you want this lifestyle?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I don't.
You don't want this? Well, then damn it, somebody else gonna take
it. Yeah. I mean, no, I'm not gonna. First of all, I'm not a lady. Okay.
Well,
Second of all, look.
If Oprah came to you, if Oprah
came to me, Oprah
said, "Do you want this lifestyle?"
Yes, Oprah. What do you need, honey? Oprah has yams too. So.
Exactly. Well, I'm just telling you. That's what I'm saying.
No, I mean, but
you're gonna change.
I mean, it just depends. I mean, I don't know, man. It just depends on the situation. I mean, money. I mean, in reality, money don't mean nothing to me.
It don't.
I think.
I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
Happiness means more to me than anything.
I'm throwing out a disclaimer, ladies and gentlemen. I do want happiness. I'm just throwing out a disclaimer. I'm just gonna play devil's advocate here. Okay, I'm just playing devil's advocate. That's it.
So Bros threw some up there. He said, if you got money, a lot of people will choose you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you got a lot of money, but I mean,
Bros, who choosing? Okay. If you got, I mean, I guess so.
That's
if you got
what
money,
they
I mean,
do.
but it ain't real love though.
It's not. But guess what? They rather
You might as well just go ahead and pay. Just pay for company. That's all you going.
And that's what you're doing. I like that because essentially that's what you're doing.
Pay for company. Just like, hey, I'm paying for you to be around me. I don't need nothing else.
You're paying for people to be around you, and that's it.
I just pay for company.
That's why I feel. I'm gonna be honest. I feel sorry for celebrities. I really do. And people with money, not just celebrities, because the person is not genuine that's around you. They're only around you for what you can provide, and that's the hard part. And I think, and this is just me thinking, that's why I think they just pass along as they go. They just do them, get what they want out of them, and pass along because they already know you only with me because who I am. You're not with me genuinely because if I was a regular person, you wouldn't give me the time of the day. So do we feel sorry for the women that just get passed on? Hell no, I don't. Because you only would. Okay, if the man name wasn't Denzel Washington, you wouldn't be with him. So I don't feel sorry for
His
you.
name is Wenzel.
If he just do what he do, if he use you and you get passed on, oh my God, I can't believe he did that to me. But you only went talked to him because his name was Denzel Washington.
Well, I mean, you can't really choose him because he pause, but he is a handsome guy and he has money. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he's not a bad looking guy.
But
So what about Seal?
I know.
I got
hey B, I'm with you. There's some people. I don't care how much money it is. You can't. Come on. Yo, come on, man.
Did you know?
Dude look like somebody just hit his face with a bag of nickels or something. Come on now.
Yo, why did I get lightheaded? So what about Seal?
Yeah. Because it's the truth, man. People only
They definitely went for the name.
Hell yeah, the name. That's just all it is. It's the name.
Why does he call himself Seal?
Even okay, look at Nick Cannon. Okay, I'll give you a prime example. Look at Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon got all these kids. He got
money.
I'm sorry. If I was a woman, damn it, I'd let him impregnate me right now as a man. I mean, come on.
No,
I'm just saying.
What you're right, but he got money.
I'm just saying. Why exactly? Because he got people doing that because he got money.
That's crazy.
And that's what it is. That's what it is. So the problem I got, and this is what I'm sorry. This is what I got. This the problem I have with society.
Mm-hmm.
If men talk about women, we're wrong. But if a woman talk about a man, she's well in her right to do that. Why is that?
That's a great.
When the Solo said about our last episode we had when he was talking about, oh girl, if I go on a date off online and she looked like Respucia.
Yeah,
y'all would say Solo is wrong. But y'all could talk about men. Oh, he a bum, and he this and he that.
And
why
let me
is
say
that?
this: I did get some disclaimers on it. Like I got some people, but this is my thing. Understand this? I couldn't think of anybody that I can like put in that category.
But you get what I'm saying,
what I mean?
though.
Like,
you get what I'm saying.
Not saying that, huh?
Got a comment.
Not saying that it was based on.
I'm a little tipsy, so I'm going.
Not based on her name. You know what I mean? I just couldn't think of nobody like I
know
could
what
put
you're
in that
saying.
thing.
But you see the
and I had to use a fake.
Yeah,
and that's look.
You see the backlash.
Amore 215 said, when the love is real and true, compromise, programming, reprogramming will all come neutral for both people. Bro said that Solo always wrong. It's like, nah.
But my thing is, I use the fake. Listen, I got bad feet. I mean, I got people jumping on me, and I took a fictional character. That person ain't even real.
No, she's real in real life. She just her name wasn't.
I mean, but what I'm saying is that the character that he played, Eddie Murphy played, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Respucia wasn't real.
Yeah, she's not a real person, and I still got hatred
and that's
for that.
what I'm saying.
And I'm like, dang,
that's what I'm
if I was to say somebody big, like a real big person,
exactly
you'd be like, oh, you duck. But see, I wasn't. I'm just giving y'all an example.
You know, this is what and I'm sorry. I give props to God rest his soul, Kevin Samuels, for saying this. You know, women want to use their looks when it benefits them. But then when it don't, they want to act like all they woman power. When women want to use their looks to benefit them, it's okay. But when men say something about a woman about their looks, it's a problem.
Are we not allowed to have feelings? Are we not allowed to share?
No, we're not.
Are we not allowed to say what we like and what we don't like?
No, we're not.
I can't say to you, honey.
So, woman, okay. Do you understand what I'm saying, B?
I understand,
B,
but I get it.
like,
and I'm just saying, like, we can't.
It's like, yeah.
So Yoli Dawson said, not Kevin Samuels.
I know. I'm sorry because I heard this from like a little post. I was on Facebook and he said it, but he was totally right. That's the truth. When women want to use their looks to benefit them, they do. But then when a man talks about a woman, it's a problem.
I mean, but okay, so what is the limit? Like, what can we not talk about?
Okay.
That's what I want to know.
I want everybody to do this.
Ladies,
think
what can
about
we not
this.
talk about?
Exactly. Think about this. When we look at models, do we see plus size models?
They are out there, but we don't.
No.
They don't.
Listen to what I'm saying. When anybody is modeled, when we talk about Gucci, when we talk about all the top line clothing lines, are there plus size women being modeled? I know I'm going left, but yes or no? No.
Really.
Even D, look. No. Okay. Another example. When we go look at strippers, I don't go to strip clubs, but I'm just putting it out there. I'm just what I see on TV. What I see on TV.
Stop.
Are there any?
Put a blind Johnny.
Are there any plus size strippers? Yes or no?
Respucia was the plus size. Respucia wasn't Respucia
I mean,
stripping too at the end of the movie.
B, am I right? I mean,
she
B,
was stripping at the end of Norbit.
Like, I'm putting it out there because no, I'm not putting it out there for men. I'm letting other women see how much they do this to themselves, but then when we do it, it's a problem. It's a problem. But yet y'all do it to each other.
Bro said something more IG. You want to get those comments from bros?
Look, I'm on one tonight. Y'all done got B done gave me some vodka. I'm good. And this is the problem
He said,
I have.
disclaimer. Pull the plug, Larry. Pull the plug.
I don't care.
Pull the plug. I was trying to.
Y'all got me. No, I
bro.
am trying to tell the truth of what it is. I'm not. Oh no, I'm all about women. Y'all know that. I'm all about women power.
I understand
but
what
I'm
you're saying,
just saying, when it comes to when we talk about program or deprogramming, stop trying to do this to men like we supposed to know everything, but y'all do it to each other. That's what I'm saying.
I don't like this. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't like this. If you about to go out and you like, hey, so if you saw me in the store and I had this on, would you holler at me? Or does this look nice on me today? Don't do that to me, because do you want my honest opinion or do you not want my honest opinion? What do you want? Because if I tell you the truth, so that's how you feeling? You know what? Forget you. F you. Or it's something, you know what I mean? Like it's you never can be real. Like babe, can I be honest? So I don't like purple on you. It just doesn't look nice on you. But that's just me. That's just my opinion. So nice in any other color.
So I mean, I know we've had this discussion before, fellas, and I'm gonna jump into something different. When we talk about programming and reprogramming, we always talk about therapy. You know what I'm saying? And do you feel that it's a need for a woman who's been in a abusive, verbally, physically? Do you feel that it's almost like a definite that they go through therapy before they try to start their next relationship?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Or not even just to get into a relationship, just to move on in life.
Yeah, that's a good question. Bro.
Okay, so this is what I was saying.
That is a good question.
There is some traumatization.
No, that is trauma.
Listen. Mm-hmm. There is some traumatization in any relationship that's part of that.
Yes.
And the reason why I'm saying is that you can be in denial and say, well, I'm okay, but in reality, you could be, putting stuff under the rug and sweeping it away. Yes. But you don't realize there are things that may come out. You may do mechanically in a relationship that you're not realizing that you're doing, and it's affecting the person that's with. So you're thinking like, well, I don't need help. I'm good. I mean, I grew from it. I'm past, but really, you're not really you really didn't deal with the situation. You're just making yourself stronger in a sense, but really you're not dealing with the problem.
You just suppressed it.
You just suppressed it.
Yeah.
So
you just suppressed
and then you have others that is really traumatized by that situation, and they don't need to be in a relationship to where they do need some type of pastoral counseling, some type of counseling, some type of therapy where they can actually, just take time for themselves, find themselves, figure out what's the best solution for them, and before they get into it, because what happens is they bring that same type of energy and vibe.
Boy, you preach.
Into the thing. So
you preach.
That's the only reason why I say that. I feel like, but there is some type of traumatization. Anybody can say wrong and be like, "Nah, I'm good." No, you don't realize that all you do is you just bury it and you try to forget it.
Boy, if I was in the church, I'd run around the church right now. You preaching, boy. Keep
You'd caught the Holy Ghost.
Yeah, I didn't caught it. I didn't caught it.
Preach, am I wrong, Beagling? I'm just saying.
No, you're right.
No, you're right. You're right.
1,000%.
You're right what you're saying. I mean,
1,000%.
I feel like, that you definitely should get some type of help. You know what I'm saying? And even like, I mean, we've said this before on a previous episode, a couple episodes back, that even if you're dealing with somebody who's been through that, before you embark on a new relationship with that person who's been through something, it may be a possibility that you might need to go get therapy too, so you can kind of see what they went through to an extent. You know what I'm saying?
That's the best thing you can do right there. If you go with them, oh my God, boy.
I think also you need to find a therapist or somebody who has balance, who's not going to give you the, just the generic answers that you need. You know what I mean? That anybody can give you. You need the ones that really can dig deep and pull out some things in you that you didn't even know was there. You know what I mean? Like, dang, I didn't pay attention to this, and it allows you to. But my thing is this, though. You have to be willing to accept the reality of what they're saying. You have to be able to accept the reality of that whole concept, because a lot of times you gotta
be open.
Yeah, because a lot of times people live in a fantasy world or a world that they make up, and it's like, it's, I don't know how to say it. It's like
Talent speaks for me. He's in the building.
What's going on, Talent?
She heard everything.
She came at the right time. They had going it.
She heard, but go ahead.
No, but what I'm saying is that if you're gonna go, anytime you come from out of a rough relationship or a bad relationship, or you come out of that time situation and you expecting to get therapy or expecting some type of counseling, you have to not live in a false reality, but you have to be in a reality of, okay, this has happened, this is what it is, and you have to be willing to deal with it at that moment and to not suppress it, not bury it, but deal with it and to actually grow and move on and move past it. A lot of times, this is what I feel. A lot of times people use those relationships and those situations as a security blanket, almost like a protection thing. Like they hold on to it because that's all they know. So it's an excuse.
Yeah,
it's an excuse it's an excuse to stay in a certain mind.
No.
Don't do that.
Keep talking, boy.
Let me get that comment. 20J20 in here. What's going on, bro?
If he wants to come up in the comments, he can come up too.
Amor said, being as though I have dealt with it, I think therapy is valuable, and I have respect for a man that will recommend it to ensure the relationship is strong. So, and I know 20J20, he's a relationship coach, and
if you want to come up, J20 on IG, you're more than welcome to pop up and talk and speak on this for a little bit. But I'm just saying that, a lot of times people use that as a security blanket to stay in the comfort zone of being who they are. So when they're in the next relationship, they use that as a crutch or an excuse. But that's just from my experience of just listening and watching stuff.
Them give me little snaps right there. Snaps.
I would just say, I would I don't know, if any advice I could give, and I'm not nobody that's like, that's like a doctor or nothing like that, but I feel like anybody who's been through some type of trauma, whether it be emotionally, physically, verbally, you definitely want to take that step to try to get some help, man, because it's damaging,
Well, let me say this. Is there a graduation point?
But graduation point, what do you mean?
Like, okay, so we going to see a therapist, right? And for a relationship? Are we pausing the dating scene and getting this help before we start date?
I think you should.
Is this doing it? And then where is the graduation point where we say, okay, because I know everybody's different. Of course, everybody's different. But what is a graduation limit? Like, okay, how long do we dwell in this therapeutic state?
Well, first and foremost, like I believe we had a person on here before, Seraphine Veloso. She was on here and she talked about, how she goes through therapy as well, not related to that, but she had mentioned going through it as far as just like, racism and things of that nature. But she said that you have to put in the work yourself. Mm-hmm. Like you can't always expect it all to be on the therapist. You got to do some work within yourself as well. So, I mean, but as far as you saying, when do you start? I think you'll know when you're ready to go back out there and to do, to date, but at least get yourself right, get your mental right, get your mind right before you go into that next relationship, because, there's going to be triggers. Of course there's going to be triggers.
Yeah.
But you got to kind of know them triggers too. And, maybe that's something that when you date your next person, you can be like, okay, well, these are some things, I've been through a rough relationship and there are a few things that trigger me, and, kind of give that new man or new woman some insight as to like, how they can not set you off or send you into that
exactly
that realm.
Exactly. Because this is what I've learned, dealing with my girls, and it's a lot of that goes on. Patience. There's a lot of patience that I have to have, and there's a lot of understanding that I have to have as well. Just trying to be patient enough and understanding enough that when things like that or issues or anything should arrive with its triggers or anything like that, I can suppress whatever I got going on, or not saying what I got going on, just my what I want to do or how I feel, and try to look at things that's coming from her point of view, so I can get a better understanding. Right. That makes sense. I can be open to help.
Before you go, 20J20 said most people don't want to go to therapy because they don't want to hear about themselves, especially if they are doing some things wrong.
But then they don't want help.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. But see, and that's the
thing.
That's
why he's saying people don't want to go.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta. My thing is, man, and if you get, and this is the thing too, you gotta have a loving partner, a loving husband, a loving whatever you have, because they have to have a person that support you, and that's what I'm saying. To have a person to support you, it will make it go a long way, man. It will make therapy go a long way. Just like you said, when somebody goes with you and they there with you, trying to help you and trying to get the love, and that makes the love and the bond gets stronger when you do things like that. So I think that's very important.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, a lot of times people don't want to go to counseling because this is just from.
I ain't going to no pastor. I can tell you that.
I will say this.
I ain't going.
This is what I will say. There's nothing wrong with going to. This is what I will say. If you're going to go to a pastor,
I ain't going to no pastor.
I hear you, but let me say this. This is just what I'm gonna say on that. If you are going to go to a pastor, I would suggest you go to a pastor that none of you guys know. Not your spouse, not you know.
Yes,
because it can become biased. You want to go somewhere where it's not going to be watered down, but they're going to give you spiritual good advice, and they're going to be able to not just throw like the word in there. Word is good, but it has to have a balance. It's great to have the Bible principles, but it's also great to have realistic common sense principles in there too. So you want to have that balance. I always suggest anytime you're going somewhere, go to a retreat. Go to a retreat where it's multiple relationships there, because you can hear from other people's situations instead of you just being in a room and you're talking. And this is the thing. I feel like a lot of times people do not want to go to counseling. It's because they don't want to hear that they're wrong.
And that's what 20J20 said.
Yeah, they don't want to hear themselves
about themselves
being wrong, and then they feel like they're right. But at the end of the day, this is the thing. A lot of the times, the ones that want to go to counseling already know that they're wrong, and they want to make it right. It's the ones that don't want to go because they're like, ain't nothing here to fix, and that's the pride. And pride comes before the fall. So I feel like if you're gonna go somewhere, make it a time where you go away and make it a retreat. You know what I'm saying? And I this is my thing. Don't go to the leaders where they're gonna take and put your business out there. They're gonna, go ahead.
It goes back but it goes back to what you said. I think the ones that don't want to go seek counsel because they don't love you.
Talent speaks for me said something too.
I really feel like they don't love you. Why I ain't going to fix. I don't need to fix anything because I don't love you. So why do I care?
Okay, so I'm going to read right here for Talent Speaks for Me. This is an important topic because I'm one of the people who won't go to a therapist.
Who is that?
This is Talent Speaks for Me. I don't feel it's necessary to sit on a couch and telling a stranger my problems. Now, this is the thing. Again, and this is what I was saying earlier about the therapist thing, because you want to go somebody where they're just not generic and they're just, because this is how I feel. I feel like everybody, I don't care if you're a doctor, I don't care who you are, you're not God. Everybody needs some type of counseling. Counselors need counselors. You see what I'm saying? Kings had counselors around them, even in the Bible. You know what I mean? That's why they had prophets. That's why they had certain people around them to give them advice. I feel like everybody needs some type of sound advice, some type of wisdom around them. So at the end of the day, my thing is, no matter what, is another comment. Mm-hmm. So I got commercials coming up. Just pop it up on my phone. So no matter what, I feel like you should have. Let me read this comment too, real quick. Let me read this. People don't want to go most times.
Who is it from?
Little Doe, 15. People don't want to go most times because they use their friends as their personal therapist. Bringing outside people in the relationship is a big mistake a lot of couples make. Facts.
Yeah.
And that was one of our segments we had last time when we were talking about people bringing in outside people, especially family. I feel like the biggest thing that tears up relationships is not money. It's family, especially when you're dogging out your spouse to your family and you bring a wedge in because you have a support team that's in your corner that's going to say whatever. And if they have a strong support team, they're going to listen to those people over the spouse sometimes, you know what I mean, or put a wedge in or put that block in. So sometimes it's great to have a stranger that has sound advice. When I mean sound, I mean somebody who's gonna not be biased, who's not gonna just give you the watered down version of it, but really dig deep into the crevices of your situation and help it. That's the reason why I was saying it's good to go to retreats, because when you're talking, you can hear other relationships that you can relate to, and you can learn from other people's situations. You could be like, oh, dad, we're going through that same thing and we didn't realize that we handled it this way. But it also allows you to see that you're not alone. You're not the only people in the world that are actually going through these type of crises.
And I'd like to jump back into Talent Speaks for Me, her comment when she said she don't want to sit on anybody's couch. I don't think when you go to the therapist that it's going to be, that you're sitting on the couch. Like you got to go in open-minded, you know what I'm saying? And just let yourself be free when you go in there, because they may have valuable information that can help you get through what you're going through. You know what I'm saying? And if you keep that same mindset and you never seek it, you know what I'm saying, then you might be missing out on a blessing in you know what I'm saying, in theory. Like, it could be a blessing that you go to that therapist and talk to them, and they're not just going to talk to you about, this, that, and third. They're going to dig. They're going to dig deep. And I think, like 20J20 says, that people don't want to hear about themselves. It could be things that's happened in your childhood.
Yeah, that they're going to go all the way back.
Well, it's a place where it's a microscope being put on you.
Yeah.
It's all eyes on you. Everything you've done wrong, everything that looks bad on you, to where, you know what I'm saying. Imagine you hearing this. Like, a lot of stuff that you're going to probably hear is stuff that people already done told you that you didn't want to pay attention to. Your mother may have said it. Your father may have said it. Your aunts, whoever, you know what I mean? And now your girl's saying it. And now the church knows, or whoever knows. It can get very traumatic, even in that perspective. You feel what I'm saying? But
see, the beauty of it is when you tell them, one, it ain't going no further than them, and two, they don't know your circle. That's why you gotta go to those therapists.
And that's why, and that's the beauty of it. They don't know your circle.
Right.
And that's why a lot of people can go. They don't know you.
The one thing I can say about my father, being, by him being a pastor and stuff and being in church, he would always tell me, don't come to me and don't go to her folks. You find somebody else, because it's going to always be biased.
Yeah.
They're going to always, you know what I mean? And I always admired him saying it, because he never said, y'all can come, you can come to us and we'll no, because I strayed away from folks like that. I strayed away because I realized that, are you doing this to help me, or are you just doing this because I'm another person that you can say you counseled? You see what I'm saying? Under your belt.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the next person you say you counseled.
Yeah.
I need to know for a fact you're going to be willing to help me, because this is a life or death situation.
Yeah.
And the one thing I always tell people this is, when you're married, that is a domain you don't want to play with, especially if you made it under a covenant with God. I don't play with that type of stuff.
When you say that, well, before we go, I want not go, but Talent Speaks to Me said something. What did she say? She said,
sorry, I really need to work on that. I know that's a flaw with myself.
But you know what? Like B said before, and I know you got B said before. I mean, when your partner go in there with you, man, that makes it so much better, because not only are you going through going back, your partner is going back with you. It's almost like they reliving what you've been through, and now they can get more understanding of you. And when we go back to our last segment, when we say mind reader, now that makes me better to understand what you are thinking, because we are going back to what you've been through in the past. So we can fix the present and have a better future.
And I'm going to say this. This is just from me. I've been through counseling. I've been through a lot of that stuff. I would suggest, do not go to somebody who's going to relate their relationship to you. Don't go to a leader or somebody who can bring themselves into the situation, and it's about them and them telling you like what they've been through, because their dynamics will never be the same as your relationship.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You can see some comparisons, but you guys are not the same individuals.
Sure isn't.
And a lot of times we'll go to older individuals. They be like, well, me and my spouse, we did this. Well, guess what? That ain't me and this. I'm not married to the same person. You ain't married to the same person, or you ain't with the same person I'm with. So I feel like there should be a level of respect of knowing that, hey, look, you take it case. I always say this: take the relationships case by case, even as a counselor. You know what I mean? You take it by case, and you work with them individually, and you dig deep individually, and then you bring it together, and you focus on those pieces. But go ahead, what you gonna say?
But see, I can understand what Talent speaks for me when she say that's why she don't go into a third.
Exactly.
And I'm not, and I will say this, because they see so many cases, it almost becomes generic.
Exactly.
And that's why I can understand. That's why, even if I don't know if she going with her partner or whatever, that's why I feel even more it's important to be with a partner. Be with whoever you're trying to build your life with, because so that the understanding can get even much better. Because I'm gonna be honest, I felt the same way. If I go by myself, I could kind of fit. If I go by myself, they're just gonna give me the generic brand. But you know what some people just want? Some people just want people just to listen.
You know what
I'm saying? I don't want you to just listen to what I wish.
This is what I wish they would do for like this generation, which they didn't do for us. I wish that they would have like fiance retreats. What I mean by that is, you got the marriage retreats, right? You got the ones that's already been married, right? You got the ones in there talking.
Yeah.
They should have retreats for the beginning stages of before you get married. Like they go there and they teach people about what to expect, what not to expect, certain things about when you're about to take the I do step. So like, you know what I mean? It's basically couples that can talk about like how long they've been dating or how long they've been, engaged, and what are they facing before they get married. I think there should be retreats for those type of things too.
If it was something like a retreat, which sounds like a good idea, I mean, it really does. But you're gonna want some seasoned people to be in that retreat too. You're gonna want
no. But what I'm saying, what I'm saying is that what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is that the people that are teaching it, you want the counselors and the married counselors. But what I'm saying is that you can have married retreats, but also have it for people that are about to get married. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, because the reason why I say that is this: you can get in there, right, and then you can hear all this stuff that can push you away from wanting to get married. You see what I'm saying? So it's almost like, I give you a prime example. It's like almost like having freshmen, JV, sophomores, and seniors.
Yeah.
You're giving a new feel for them and say, you know what? She's a newlywed like, or she's going to be a newlywed like me. She's going, and they can talk about things that expectations and
Right,
things like that.
but that's why I'm saying you have a couple married couples that are seasoned. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who's maybe like in their second or third year, and somebody who's been married for like 15, and another that's been there for like 30.
But
have those.
But guess what though?
In there.
But this is the thing though. We will never, like, if you're in that position, you would never know how that feels because you're not in that position.
But they can give you wisdom, and they can give they can speak through experience on how to. You know, have you ever heard the saying that you are the company you keep? And what I mean by you are the company you keep, they always say when you're married, you should hang with married folks. And when you're single, you should hang with single folks because they're going to be able to pour into your relationship. You're going to be able to see how they interact. You know what I'm saying? Like if you like, say for instance, you see a married couple, right? Mm-hmm. You and say you're married. If you're married, you see a married couple, and you go talk to him. You say, "Hey, Mr. Johnson, you know, how you doing? How's married life with you?" And he gonna tell you, "Son, the wife is always right," and da 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 da. He's gonna give you that spill. You know what I'm saying?
But what I'm saying,
he's gonna pour into you.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, okay, so I get that piece, but that is a regular marriage retreat. What I'm talking about is like a fiance retreat, meaning that it's nothing but people that are going to get married. You see what I'm saying? And it's preparing them for marriage versus you already having retreats for marriage. You see what I'm saying?
So
like,
what is the
like
goal?
you're saying,
what
yeah,
is the goal? Well, I guess we'll be saying, what is the goal of this retreat?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
what is the goal?
So it's basically what you're doing is this: you're basically being able to talk to other people that are in your same boat at that same specific time, right? And it helps train them to get prepared for marriage versus talking to people. But listen, what I'm saying. Yeah. Listen, versus going in there and you're talking to people who are already having issues with marriage.
No.
Yeah.
What B's saying is, how better is for me to help you by having great people that's already been married, that's telling you and showing you how beautiful marriage can be.
Let me say like
Bro's
this.
got something. Bro said something. Go ahead and read Bro's.
Jesus,
this boy got binoculars on.
I agree and disagree. I think you can also be a positive light for your non-married friends, but I understand both sides. Yeah, what I'm saying is this: is like, if I'm going to do, like, say for instance, if I have like a fiance retreat, right? I'm going to get positive role models, marriage people, and also counselors to run it to where it gives them a great feedback versus putting them in a position of going to a retreat where people are talking about marriage that could be positive and negative. Because the funny thing about it is this: when we talk about marriage and when we talk about this piece, right, it's a big step. And the biggest thing that people fear is fear of failing a relationship, right?
Yeah,
they fear that. So if I go to if I'm a fiance and we go to a marriage thing and all we hear is bad stuff going on in this, I ain't gonna want to get married. But I would rather go with a group of people that are in my boat of saying, like, you know what, he's about to get married. We have like cold feet, but we're talking to people to be like, hey, look, it's okay. You don't got to worry about that. This is the beginning stages. You see what I'm saying? Because we're not married yet. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't want to be in a group of married people talking to them yet if I'm not married. Now, once I'm married, then I would probably want to be in a class of people because I'm in that sector now. I'm considered married. You see what I'm saying? If I'm going as a fiance, I'm technically not married. I can back out tomorrow. I'm like, you know what? I don't want this. Bye-bye. I'm gone. We ain't married. But if I'm going to a retreat for marriage, I'm going to fix my marriage or to make it work. But what I'm saying is they should have classes and retreats put aside for people to go so they can prepare themselves for marriage so everything will be fine.
I agree with you. I think it's a great idea. But I guess what I was just, trying to express what B was saying. I think it's a great idea. The thing that I'm saying is, though, you still would want them to have, I guess, like you, but you did explain it. You said have marriage people who have been through it.
Yeah, that's teaching the courses because at the end of the day,
I think both is good. Like what Bro said, he agreed with both because both is good. I applaud anything that's going to fix a relationship or anything that'll make a relationship better. You should go with it anyway. What's that?
Just laughing at Judy.
No, because I'm just saying because I know there's some people once somebody, you got to understand this. A lot of times people do not want to get married is because of what they seen their parents go through. It's not even the fact of their own, like, of feeling like maybe, she gonna cheat on me. They like, hey, mom, I see my mom and dad go through. I see my mom leave my father. I didn't see all this stuff. I don't want nothing to do with that. So they already have a negative image of marriage. So it makes it harder to go in there and to hear somebody else's marriage that could be on the failure side.
So I believe that what you're saying is correct. You know what I'm saying? Some people do look at it as, like, I don't want to get married because I don't want it. But then there's a lot of people who do look at it like, you know what? I'm not going to let my marriage be what my parents' marriage was or my aunt's marriage was. I take, for instance, like, you know what I'm saying? Like parents, you know what I'm saying? We always want to be better parents than what our parents were to us. You know what I'm saying? That's just facts. So, I mean, look at it in the same way. What's that comment you got?
So Ambrose, bro said, marriage retreats can also be beneficial to help you see other people's problems in comparison to yours. And you might come away with it thinking that your problems are as big as I'm sure he's saying are not as big
as you make
seem.
And
that's 1,000% true.
But see, and my thing is, and the only reason why I was saying is I feel like there is a threshold that people don't understand that we don't take serious. You know what I'm saying? When you're married, you're married. When you're not married, you're single. There is a threshold, and those two cannot be mixed together. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of times we want to put people in categories when in reality, if they're fiance, they're not married. They're not married. You know what I'm saying? That's my wifey. No, stop calling her your wifey. She's not your wifey yet. Did you go say, I'm going to be real with you. I hate when people do that. The reason why is because I was raised by two parents that got married at 18 and 19, and they always taught me that, like if you're going to date her and you're going to marry her. Don't play with her. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't call around here talking about this wifey and you haven't even put a ring on it, or you haven't decided to marry her. You're still in a single bracket. Stop playing with people's emotions like that. You know what I mean? That's like, we need to stop doing it. So my thing is this: when you become married to somebody, you know what I'm saying, you're in a different bracket now. That's a different playing field to where, you know what I'm saying, there's documents, there's paperwork, there's so much involved with that. But this is the funny thing. The reason why I say we need to have these type of courses because it teaches people about that. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying this because I've been down this road. You see what I'm saying? Nobody teaches you about, okay, look, when you sign these papers, you got to do this, right? You know that your name changes. You know that certain things happen. So I think these are the things that need to be taught by great people so they can understand, like, oh, you know what? I was getting married. I didn't know all this took place. Yeah, there's a lot that comes with marriage. There's a lot that comes with it. It's not just saying the good and bad and ugly. You see what I'm saying? There's steps that you got to take. And understand this. When you say I do, and you want to get a divorce, I don't care if it's an annulment. That's $600 to almost $1,000 to get out of that you may not have.
So bro said you can also come away with cherishing your significant other more than you did before.
Exactly. Facts.
Talent Speaks to Me says, sidebar, does Jody have on the ankle socks? He just ain't got the little bow on the back.
Hey, yo, why y'all don't do that to me right now? Hey, look, I'm in the gym every day, so yes,
we all got ankle socks on.
I have ankle socks on. I
kind of wear.
I don't.
I got ankle. I got black.
Yeah, I always wear ankle socks.
We always wearing.
How y'all can see that?
On the floor.
IG.
Oh,
we always wear them. That's our favorite joint.
Yeah, we like to be comfortable on our podcast.
That's what we do. Yeah. But I mean, everybody's gonna have their opinion about it. But in reality about it is, we were just talking about, being able to handle your situations and going to a therapist. The bottom line is this: before you say I do or whatever you get into a relationship, make sure that you're healthy. Number one, you're mentally and emotionally healthy to withstand a relationship. That's number one. Because if not, you're going to go down another road of going through problems and issues. And please make sure that the person you talking to is healthy for it too. You know what I'm saying? And know when to back out. You got to know when to back out and let that thing go.
You know what,
too.
Solo, I'm going to say this, man. That's easier said than done.
Yeah.
I get it.
It is.
I mean, it's because, can we be real? Let's keep it real. It sucks going to bed alone.
Yeah.
I've been there. It sucks going in that bed alone.
Go buy a teddy bear.
It sucks going to bed alone.
Go buy a teddy bear. Go buy a blue. I understand it. I get that. But at the same time, it's like you going to bed alone, but you going to bed with grief and problems and pain. And you going to bed with stuff that somebody got to deal with, and you're putting that same type of energy on that same person. But because we say we love each other, we're gonna endure it and go through it all. When in reality, it's like we're putting on more problems than we actually think.
And you're so right. But you know what though, Solo, I'm gonna tell you, man. When you, some people rather have them problems than no problems at all.
Yeah.
Would you? You
What's
say
that? I mean, some people
would you
like
rather?
that.
Would
No,
you?
I'm
Would
just-
you? Like if you can avoid, would you rather be alone, right, for a season and not deal with those issues, or would you rather be with somebody and have those issues?
I think I would rather be with that person and just work through it, man. I mean, because
See, that's how
you know,
people
Does
are.
that sound
Yeah.
crazy
you know,
to say that?
I'm
No,
not,
it's not crazy.
I'm not
It's
gonna lie
not.
to you, man. You
It's
know what?
not.
When you look at it, like, do you want to die alone?
No.
I didn't. I said for a season.
know what I'm
No,
saying?
I said for a
Say it
season.
again, B.
I didn't say
Say it
forever.
again, B.
I didn't say forever.
I mean,
said
when
for
you
a
think
season.
about it, do you want to die alone?
No, what he's saying is, I hear what B coming from. It's like,
I said for a season though.
nah,
I ain't say
I hear
forever.
what he's saying. It's like we as us being human beings, yo, we product of we need that socialization. You know what
Okay,
I'm
so
saying?
when do you give?
We need
When
that
do you
comfort.
give time to yourself to heal? Then when do you? When do you
everybody
give?
is different.
That's what I'm saying.
Everybody-
When do you give
I'ma tell
time
you
for
me.
yourself to, like, you know what, woosah,
I only
get
gonna
yourself
seek.
together?
Okay. I'm gonna be real. This is our podcast. So I'm about to be real. I done made a lot of mistakes. I later made a lot, and I was toxic. I didn't realize how toxic I was to other people because I was dealing with my healing process. Was just going through. My healing process was just having a different woman. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize I was actually the toxic one. I was actually dealing with my own problems until someone else brought that to my attention. And I had read a book. I was reading a book called Kingology. Everybody thinks it's called Kingology. I can't remember the author name, but I'm reading the book and I'm realizing that, wait a minute, like I was the toxic one because during all my issues, I doing all what I was doing, that I was actually going, that was my
You really didn't love
traumatization.
yourself too.
Yeah, it was my traumatization I was going through. And I actually didn't realize is that I was like hurting myself doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, no, you know how you like, oh, I'm playing, I'm messing with this person. Then I realized, wait a minute.
Really hurting yourself.
I'm really hurting I'm really hurting myself. I'm not really understanding. Like, this is not cool.
It's I hate to say it's like a disease. People don't realize it. It's like a disease that it can be uncontrolled. It can be controlled, but it's uncontrollable when it gets out of hand and you don't recognize it. Because everybody has their own
way of dealing with things.
Their way of dealing
Yeah,
and demons. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I was like Jody. I didn't drink or smoke, but I
don't smoke, sir.
I
do drink.
No, but what I'm saying is that, I no, what I'm saying, I was like you with the
running around.
running around.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was my demon. My demon was
Baby.
the ladies.
Stop running around. I was just a young boy, still playing with my toys.
Then I realized.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, you know what I'm saying? No.
realize.
But you know what I'm saying? But that's a fact. I mean, and what was crazy that one day I was riding home and I was just like, yo, I heard something say like you're being nasty, man. Like that's not how you were raised. It sounds funny, but it's disgusting. It's like, you're disgusted with yourself because it's like, how can you expect somebody next to you to not be disgusting, but yet you're being disgusting? You know what I'm saying? How can you call somebody HO or whatever when you're doing the same thing? You're basically the same thing. You know what I mean?
Bro said bird in the Midnight Falcons.
And the Midnight Falcons.
No doubt.
It's just, but to go back to what B was saying, man, it's easier said than done. And that's why I can understand what people go through when I tell you, and I said some people rather deal with that than not to have anything. And it's the truth. Because, man, going to bed alone, man, that's it's like B said, it's people that's going to die alone. And I don't care what no woman say. You know how women say, oh, I could be better off by myself. Stop it. You're trying to convince yourself that's what it is. But really, realistically,
some women are for real about that because they're getting
No,
to
they not.
No, listen what I'm saying. I'm not saying that in reality they feel like that because they're tired. I mean, I can imagine being tired of going through the same cycle, same problem, same thing
And I
over and
get
over
that.
again. And they're like, yo, I'm better off by myself because I'm constantly getting the same. But this is the thing, though. The reason why you're getting the same energy is because you're doing the same thing
Say
over
it
and
again.
same thing over again.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
that's the issue right there that you got.
So that's like me going to the same bar and thinking I'm gonna get different results.
Exactly.
No,
It's not gonna happen.
And that's what I'm saying. Nobody want. If a woman say, or a man, I ain't gonna just say a woman. A man say,
Man too, yeah.
yeah, man too. If they say, oh, I'm tired, I'd rather just be alone. That's a lie. That is a lie.
And you know what's so funny? I had to ask myself, like, I'm gonna be real with you because I'm gonna keep it 100. I felt like, was I used to an abusive person? This is the question I had to ask myself. Was I used to being so much in an abusive relationship that when somebody good came to me, I didn't know how to relate or react to that?
Yeah.
So I pushed those away because this is just Solo's, thinking. Like, I would push great women away because they didn't
thinking.
Yeah, he's still thinking. That was dope. You know what I'm saying? I push great women away because they didn't react a certain way that I thought they should. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, you ain't fighting me enough, or you ain't arguing enough. And it just seemed not real. You know what I mean? They were too nice. But in reality, they were great women. And this was like years ago, but I had to come to a realization saying, you know what? You're messed up. You're so used to somebody treating you a certain type of way that you thinking the next one should be just like that, when in reality, the one that you let go was the best thing smoking for you. So now it comes to a place of like, B was saying, like, reprogramming your mind. Basically saying, like, you know what? I have to recognize that
and reprogram
this person right here is not. This is not fake. This is actually real. She's doing what a woman is supposed to do.
So Talent Speaks for Me said, I've been alone for a while and I'm better off. I understand what you mean by not wanting to go to bed alone, but I am better off.
I can understand where she's coming from.
So Talent Speaks for Me. So if a great guy came up to you tomorrow, this is why I say nobody wants to be alone. I'm not saying that you're not better off. What I'm saying is, if a great guy came up to you tomorrow, you would just say, no, I'm okay. So basically you're saying you will never get in a relationship ever again.
I don't think she's saying that. I think what she's saying is that, right now in her position.
But that's what I'm saying.
So bro said, are you, speaking of Talent Speaks for Me, are you just a little afraid to keep looking for that one? There's the one out there for everyone.
Exactly. Is he talking to Talent Speaks for Me?
Yeah,
see, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's somebody, it's like, you can say right now, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying forever. I mean, I'm not saying at that moment. What I'm saying is forever. You know how some women speak on, I'm good, I don't need no man
if I
forever.
can say this from, and I can't speak for Talent Speaks for Me, but from her perspective of like how she is and how women like her are, when you have a woman of her caliber, right, a great woman, there are some guys that are not meeting the standards.
So what she said was more like that. I'm afraid to keep looking. That's fair.
Solo, hold up. Whoa. Solo, we about to go in a whole different realm now.
Well,
there's no such thing as a caliber.
Hold on. No,
there is no such thing as a caliber. No,
that's what I'm saying. Caliber. That's what I mean by caliber of men. Meaning that some women would rather be alone because they don't want to keep settling for the same type of guy that they're used to having.
Change your environment.
You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying that. What I mean by that, like, say for instance, they're used to having like an abusive guy that's always approaching them or whatever. They may rather be alone than to deal with that same type of guy.
And I get
you see what I'm saying? And then they may be waiting. And the reason why they're not wanting to jump in is because the men that are approaching them are not the guys that they're looking for in this sense. You know what I'm saying?
How would you know? You don't.
No, I get that piece.
There's no guy that's gonna come, or girl. There's no woman or man that's gonna come to you with a sign on their forehead and say, you know what? Let me just let you know. After we start dating, and we get together for about 6 months, I'm just gonna let you know I'm gonna start hitting you if you get me mad, or I just want to let you know in about a year, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna cheat on you. You know what I'm saying? Because
Talent Speaks to Me said a man would say that. Change your environment. Respectfully,
I'm telling you.
I mean, but see, I'm not going to say. But see, I'm not going to say change your environment. What I have noticed is this, and this is just for me being in that field. I come across great women, and the women that have been alone is because they they're doing well for themselves. They don't have time for the drama. They don't have time for the problems. They don't have time for the energy. So they would rather be by themselves, which is cool. So the guy that they're expecting to come with that same type of energy, that same like, you know what I mean, to match them. You know what I'm saying? They don't want nobody. A lot of times women don't want the guy that they have to build back up. They want to be built up too. They want to be encouraged too. They want the guy that's in the leadership standpoint of being able to lead their household if they have a house, be the husband that they're looking for. So I understand that perspective of, you know, not wanting to, you know, be with somebody at that moment, because there are guys that are like maybe still living at home with their mother, or still trying to find themselves, or don't want kids, or, you know, are still confused, you know what I mean, or dibbling and dabbling with multiple women. So they're not wanting to put their heart out there, which makes it look like, oh, you don't want nobody. No, it's not the case. It's just that, does that make sense?
It makes sense. But
let me say this. Let me say this to everybody listening. Dating is a risk. You don't know what you're getting.
It's like a box of chocolates.
Exactly. You don't know what you're getting into. You don't know who you're getting to. So the main thing, the number one thing you have to be is friends first. You have to be friends first. So you have to be patient. You have to be patient. You have to be understanding. The problem with a lot of people is they want everything instant. I want you to be doing this instantly. I want you to be this instantly. I want you to love me instantly. You cannot do that.
True that. So we got a more 215 says, I'm a strong, independent woman, and I feel like I get taken advantage of for that. I guess I just don't know how to pick them. And I mean,
wait a minute. What is the definition of a strong, independent woman?
Someone who's got their own. You know what they said. I got it.
This is what I want to ask people. This is what I really want to know.
I want to ask. I want to say this. Give me this mic.
Nah, so we up on the hour.
Know I know we up on the hour, but damn it, B, I got to say this.
There is a question I just want to ask.
What type of man are you looking for? If you're looking for a strong, independent man, why do I need you?
No, that's not what I want to ask.
I'm going there.
No, but what I wanted to ask is, well, that just the reason.
I'm serious. Why do I need you?
My question is this: when we're looking at somebody, right? What are we looking at from the very beginning?
Exactly.
Are we looking at the what is it? The looks of a person, and we're like, hey, okay, I gotta. Or are we wanting to like, or is the looks the thing where it's like, okay, they have to be looking good for us to get past the reality of who this person is. Does that make sense?
No, that makes perfect sense.
You see what I'm saying? Like, because I'm trying to figure out how are we picking them. My thing is this: when I see somebody, I'm looking at how their posture is, how they're acting. You know what I mean? You can normally tell. Go ahead.
I just want to say, the devil comes in many shape, forms, and fashion.
Again, B.
Okay.
So
I like that. Okay.
Somebody can put on a persona, a facade. You know what I'm saying? To make it seem like they're what you want them to be.
Everybody puts on a facade in some type of way, though.
Let me ask you
I agree.
But can I ask you a question, though?
Put on a
but can I ask you a question, though? I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I ain't never seen the devil come in ugly form. He shows himself ugly afterwards, but he don't ever come ugly.
Let's keep it real. Y'all want to keep it real. You get what I'm saying?
And what I mean by that is that if it's an ugly guy.
Women got weave, they got fake hair, they got fake bodies, they got makeup, they got this, they got that. Come on. It's all a facade. It's all a facade. What are we talking about? It's all a facade. Am I tripping?
No,
it's all a facade.
What I was saying is that what I meant by the look thing is like, if the guy is ugly, are you willing to give him a chance to see if he's...
And that's what I mean. Go back.
If he's a good guy.
That goes back to why do women get to say stuff to men and the men can't say what they want about women. It goes back to what I said about that.
Or are you choosing a bad guy that looks like he's a thug, or are you attracted to what you know is not good for you? That's the question too. You see what I'm saying? Like, are you attracted? You know what I'm saying? Some women be like, I like that bad. Are you attracted to the guy that you know you shouldn't have, or you know that your mother and father would not approve of, or your family wouldn't approve of? These are the questions I'm asking because you automatically know for a fact, you know what I'm saying, what's your speed and what's not your speed. What you know from the beginning what you getting yourself into. Unless it's like a mirage.
But the thing about it is, Solo, most women don't. If you ask them what they really want, they don't.
Yeah.
They don't.
No, you know, and we're gonna have to unpack this a little bit more on Thursday night.
Daggone right.
Because you know, we up on the hour. Here it is 9:00.
And I'm a drink then
you know
too.
What I'm saying? I think we had a wonderful show. If you haven't tuned in, you can definitely check this back out on YouTube once we get everything reposted back up there.
Wait, I'm sorry,
Bro said he wanted to unpack it, and now Brian trying to go.
Because it's 9:00. I mean, you got an hour ride.
Tyler speak with me. Say you're free to speak about women. It's the girls that get offended. I like that. That's what I'm talking about. Tyler speak for me. That's what I'm talking about. She said, it's the girls that get offended. I know that's right.
At the end of the day,
yeah,
you know what I mean. We want to thank everybody for it. It's the top of the hour. We get it, and we want to thank everybody on IG, TikTok, and YouTube, and we appreciate everybody for coming through. Make sure if you're not following us on IG, follow us on IG, and vice versa, TikTok. Also, make sure you subscribe. Yeah, and YouTube.
Subscribe.
Yeah, please subscribe. And watch the ads fully through. Watch the ads fully through.
Yes,
all
indeed.
right?
Yes, indeed.
And we got more to come. Stay tuned. We're gonna be doing some more great things for Christmas. And
absolutely. And seriously, everyone, if you're in a abusive relationship, please seek some therapy. You know what I'm saying? I think we all need it. I'm gonna seek therapy myself.
Would you say it's safe to where if it's really bad that they need to go? Or just stay in it and seek therapy?
I think if you've been into it, you should probably seek it. I think it should be something you should seek.
Okay.
I mean, even if it's just to see if it isn't for you, because you could go thinking it's not for you, but it really be for you.
Yeah.
So, like I always say, tell a friend to come on in, and we can be friends.
Oh yeah.
On Thursdays and Sundays for sure.
And I'm gonna be tipsy Thursday as well. So y'all tune in.
What's Sunday?
I'm going in.
Today
going in.
Sunday.
I'm going in Thursday.
Wishing y'all a great week.
Much love to everybody.
Prosperous week and all that good stuff. Mr. Washington, you definitely gonna have to come on the next episode, bro. I ain't even know you was in here, so appreciate you coming through.
Yes, sir.
We got to get you on the next one, get you to come up, talk a little bit. So, hey, y'all have a good night, man. Thank y'all for coming through.
Y'all.
God bless. Check y'all on Thursday.